Alrighty, y'all. We are live on this beautiful Wednesday afternoon. May God bless everybody in the name of Jesus, Yeshua the Messiah. I pray sincerely from my heart that you and your family are super blessed as we are preparing for the most volatile day ever for Bitcoin. That's right, we're talking about the FOMC decision. We take a look at forexfactory.com. We can see that in approximately 36 minutes, Jerome Powell himself is going to be coming out exposing the interest rates for us all to see. It's going to be a crazy time. It's going to be a crazy time. The reason why it's going to be such a crazy time, guys, is because we are at a critical area for Bitcoin. We are just below major resistance right here at $118,000, and we understand that if we can reclaim the level, we're going to pop probably to a new all-time high. However, this could very well be the place where we reject from and actually make a lower high and come down quite a bit lower. We are at a very critical zone, and whenever we get this FOMC news, typically we get a big spike in volatility, and the volatility leads to a big move in the coming weeks. Now, when we take a look at our indicators, for example, Market Cipher B, what do we see? Wow, a green dot printing on the weekly time frame. We go to our 4-day time frame. We have just confirmed a hidden bullish divergence. We go to the daily time frame. We're playing a game of red dot, green dot right here. We go down to our 4-hour time frame. You know, one thing I would say this, we had some bullish divergences here. We're starting to form some bearish divergences here. All right, we've definitely got ourselves some interesting developments happening as we await for Jerome Powell to come out, and we're going to be watching the press conference, and we are going to be watching this Bitcoin price action for sure. So make sure to smash up the likes, because as usual, if we get 1,000 likes in the first half hour, we will absolutely be giving away 1,000 USDT. Now, guys, I have to be honest with you. I'm feeling a little out of my element today simply because my microphone audio is not in sync with the video. So I can't do any freestyles, I can't do any pump songs, and I have no memes. All right, all my memes are gone. All right, I feel naked. I feel naked. Do I look naked? Let me know. Do I look naked? So, we're going to have to make do with what we got, guys. All right, we're going to have to make do with what we got. And we got to give a major shout out to everybody in the chat. First of all, major shout out to Sniper Gargadane. Major shout out to Sandeep M, who says pump incoming. Shout out to Aaron G. God bless you, my bro. Glad to see you here, man. Holding it down with the rent. Shout out to Cyrus Grayson. Shout out to Samuel S, who says, worm, worm, chicken, 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 worm. Jonathan Moore says, are we going to dump? Are we going to pump? Shout out to Crypto Crank. God bless you, my bro. Shout out to Will M. Shout out to Last Tin Can. Shout out to Young Buck. Buy Bitcoin. Shout out to Razvan Movilia. And shout out to Dawn, who says, love honey in everything. Honey is good, all right? Honey is good. Too much, they say, could make you vomit. Shout out to Batty. Shout out to Stephen Dupe. Shout out to George, who says, bullish. It is exposed, Jay. Everything's exposed. Where's the suit? Guys, I'm wearing the suit from the thumbnail right now, all right? Shout out to Rio Key. Shout out to Nick E. He says, luscious locks, bullish AF. Shout out to Matt Yee. Shout out to Brent Adams, who says, much love, brother. Shout out, bro, you look like in Lin Khan from Prison Break. Never heard of it. I have a bad feeling dumping. All right, now here's the deal, guys. Here's what we need to be aware of. Right now, baked in the cake, pretty much, is a 25 basis point rate cut. This is on paper bullish. Now, we would expect Chop City. We would not expect us to get any real move today. We have not gotten any real move all week. A few options here. If we get the 25 basis point cut, I do think we could see a move up. And that move up, I would say, could potentially give us a rejection right from this Fibonacci golden pocket here. Okay, because we've been forming this ascending channel, we could see the rejection from the golden pocket. Now, this rejection is either going to continue to give us higher lows and we break out, or this rejection could actually be a move that takes us back down to 113 or worse. All right, that is what we do need to be aware of and prepared for right now. All right, we do need to be aware and prepared for that right now. And as we're awaiting and preparing right now, I am going to see something quickly here. I'm going to see if I could fix my problem where I have my, oh, you kidding me? You kidding me? Man. This is a bummer, man. This is a bummer, honestly. Let's see if we can do this. No, can't do it. Can't do it. I lost everything, guys. I lost my memes. I lost my pictures. I lost my pump song. I lost everything, man. What am I supposed to do? Talk about the price? All right, so in about half an hour, guys, we have good old, oh my goodness, man. Good old Jerome Powell coming out of here, all right? And we are going to get a pretty big volatile move. Here's the thing. This is the last 3 months of the 4th year of the bull run. And what do we know about that? We know, historically speaking, that every single time we enter those last 2 months of the bull run, it's pretty much the all-time high. And we've been waiting for something. We've been waiting for some kind of big event to give us that catalyst, to give us that last push, that last big push to the upside. And as you can see here, the Bitcoin price, if we zoom out a little bit and we go to the daily time frame, we are currently holding this very, very important support right here. We've gotten a big breakout and a back test of around $108.4 thousand. This is either going to be, you know, the continuation for that big final push, that big final moonshot, or if we actually do lose this level, it could all be over. All right, for a little while. All right. So this is a very important zone that we're at right now, having bounced from key support, and we're at our only resistance around 118 until a new all-time high, and we're about to get a fundamental piece of news that is going to act as a catalyst for volatility. We're going to be looking at pretty much everything as far as Bitcoin, ETH. We're going to be looking at the stock market. We're going to be looking at gold. We're going to be looking at the dollar. After the news happens, we're going to stick around and listen to the press conference. Now, make sure to smash up the dang likes. I do have to say something, guys. KCEX, the exchange, is giving away $3,000 today. All right, so all you need to do is sign up to KCEX. All right, sign up to KCEX for a chance to win of the $3,000 giveaway. All right, for a chance to win of this $3,000 giveaway. You don't have to deposit anything. You don't have to do anything besides sign up on the exchange, and if you are signed up through my link, you have a chance to win $3,000, okay? You have a chance to win $3,000. Let's give a major shout out to everybody in the chat. Also, guys, if everybody watching the stream right now likes, we can do a $1,000 giveaway. All right, shout out to Aaron G, shout out to Will M. I think it's good news as long as no turbo cut. Could shift the mindset, absolutely. 30 winners. We could do 30 $100 winners. We could do 15 $200 winners. We could do 3 $1,000 winners. We could do 6 $500 winners. We'll figure it out. They'll put the money right into your KCEX account, my man. All right? ETH, go, 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 go. Shout out to Kevin, just made an account. Yeah, they're giving away the money, guys. And as you can see, we are still long and strong, as my man Joe Potter would say. Let's see, how does this work here? How does this work? Man, this is some crazy stuff going on here. What do you guys see on your screen right now when I do this? What do you guys see when I do this? You know? Is that... Aha. Guys, I'm sorry. I had some serious technical difficulties getting this stream going today. In fact, I thought maybe I wasn't even going to be able to stream it, and I was freaking out. Nothing was working, all right? Audio wasn't working, video wasn't working, computer wasn't working. So I'm a little bit out of my element, you could probably tell. But that's okay. Things must roll on. Things must roll on. So let's go over a bullish scenario with Bitcoin, right? We're expecting a big blow off top. We're expecting a big pump. This market structure right now is absolutely bullish. And you guys can't see my screen at all, can you? This market structure right now is absolutely bullish. All right, some bullish market structure. We are making higher highs and higher lows since April. And we've back tested $108,000 as support. And ever since we got the back test, we are seeing higher highs and higher lows. We've actually come back inside of the range, and the probabilities are highest once you lose a fair value zone to the downside, which we did right over here in August. Once you come back inside that fair value zone, the probabilities are highest that we make it to the top of that fair value zone. So right now the probabilities are highest that we do come back to the top of the range. However, there is a danger sign here, which is this. When we made this last high, we saw some pretty bearish divergences, right? We saw the momentum waves getting lower. We saw even the money flow getting lower, and we've like changed market structure on the daily, right? We made our first lower low. This was our higher low. We made a lower low on the daily. If we're going to continue in a downtrend, this resistance is going to be our lower high. So what we really want to see is we want to see a powerful daily close above 118,000 and a consolidation around here. That's going to be our bullish ticket to new all-time highs. All right. Now, overall, I'd say based on our weekly time frame, based on the money flow on our daily time frame, based on the confirmed hidden bullish divergence on the 4-day time frame, based on the green dot currently printing on our 5-day time frame, we absolutely do have the juice to make another big push. All right. Now, let's take a look at some other assets here. Let's take a look at ETH. All right. ETH is consolidating in this little tiny range up here. Make sure to smash up the likes. I wonder if we could get 1,000 likes before the... Guys, we're so... If everyone likes the video right now, we could do a $1,000 giveaway. Also, make sure to sign up on KCEX for a chance to win. We're giving away $3,000 today no matter what. ETH is consolidating in a bull flag above the very key level of $4,000. We're seeing on the 5-day time frame potential upside. The 3-day time frame, it's ambiguous. It's ambiguous. It's ambiguous. On the day time frame, it's also ambiguous. What we need is a decision, and that decision is coming in about 20 minutes, where Jerome Powell himself is going to come out of the closet, flapping his gums, telling us the fiscal policy changes in the United States of America, and that could give us a big catalyst. All right. By the way, make sure to like and subscribe to the channel.
Make sure to like and subscribe to Jason Casper. He's the best YouTube trader in the world. He's getting huge. Shout out to the Casper crew.
Did that work? Did that even work? Anything else to do except sign up on KCEX? No, honestly, signing up on KCEX is all you need to do in order to win the money. All right, you don't have to deposit anything. All right, shout out to Splashfire Films. The link is in the pinned chat. All right, the link is in the pinned chat. Let's see if we can't get some stuff on the screen here. All right, because I am having some serious technical difficulties. All right, here we go. We're gonna pull up some of our positions here on the chart, and then of course when Jerome Powell starts speaking, we are going to pull him up here also as well. All right, so we've got a trade open here. I've got about $500,000 combined right now on Bitcoin long trades. All right, about 500K right now on Bitcoin long trades. Let's see if I can pull up another one here. Yeah, there you go. There you go. It's hard to see it. So we're just going to close that one out because I can't even control it. Shout out to Divine Hood. Shout out to my man. God bless you, bro. Thank you. Shout out to R Pink. Shout out to Sign. Shout out to Juju33. Time for a new computer. Maybe a few new monitors too. Yeah, maybe. Look, we're going to have to wait and see how this goes. But I have to say this. It's been such a boring day. Such a boring week, honestly. It's been a boring month in September. I've been in basically a long trade since August 29th. Let's see what happens here. We are currently coming down to the Fibonacci golden pocket retrace. We're getting a little bit of a bounce, as you can see right here, from the Fibonacci golden pocket retracement. All right, let's go ahead and put this up here. This is our open trade right up here. We're getting a little bit of a bounce from the Fibonacci golden pocket, and we have about 20 minutes until the news. You know, I did shout out to Pirate Justin, shout out to Crypto Incognito, shout out to Abir, shout out to Kevin. He says, I mean 5K ETH. I definitely do think we are going to go to a $5,000 Ethereum if Bitcoin holds support and continues to pump once we get this news. Let's see. Shout out to Wealth Row. He says, man, it's good to be on with you live. Hope everyone is having a blessed day. Hope everyone is having a blessed day as Jerome Powell is preparing for the funds rate. All right, now we've got ourselves 96% are expecting that we are in fact going to get the 20 basis point rate hike, and Bitcoin is currently getting a bounce from this area, which does make me excited that we're going to come up and hit our $118,000 target. Let's take a quick look at the stock market here. Wow, would you look at that? A big gap to the upside on the stock market. That is nuts, man. A big gap to the upside on the ES. That is crazy. Was there a holiday or something? That's nuts. All right, we have a big gap to the downside on the ES. Let's check out NQ. Same deal on NQ. Something strange must have happened. This is the dollar here. The dollar getting a little bit of a dump. Now remember, a rate cut is bad for the dollar. A rate cut is bad for the dollar because people are going to want to get out of dollars. When interest rates go down, people don't want to keep their money in an asset that's not giving them interest. They want to put it into other things that will make them money, like stocks. Also, remember, when interest rates go down, inflation goes up, which is why people want to move their assets into risk assets like stocks and like crypto, because, man, Bitcoin's starting to get a big juicy blue pump right here on Bitcoin 20 minutes before Jerome Powell comes out to tighten his seatbelt. Jason Casper changed to Q4 contract. I don't even know what that is. Is that what I have to do? Shout out. Oh, it changed. Oh, that's what happened. We changed to Q4 contract. Oh. That's what happened. The contract rollover. I thought you were telling me I needed to change. Yeah, we got the Q4 contract rollover. That's what happened. So crazy, man. What a crazy day this is. Shout out to Casual TA. Shout out to Florida J. He says, ETH. Is ETH doing anything right now? Oh my goodness, ETH is pumping like a wild woman in distress, running through the wilderness with a laundry basket on her head right now. Look at ETH, man. This is crazy. We've got ourselves a little bit of an inverted head and shoulder here on ETH. All right, we've got ourselves a little bit of an inverted head and shoulder right here. If we hit the target of this, let's just see out of curiosity where we could go. Let's just see out of curiosity. We could 4,600 target. Let's go to the daily time frame here. Wow. Honestly, I'll be honest with you guys. You know, look at this. This could be a nice high or low on ETH. Coming to back test this support resistance flip right around here. This could be a nice high or low on ETH right here. Look at the 4 hour, giving us a nice little trigger wave. All right. Let's see what we got going on here. It's looking pretty good on ETH. Look, I wonder what's going to happen here. Look at this 4 hour on Bitcoin right now, too. Getting a nice pump right from the golden pocket. Are we going to pump into the news? Are we going to get a big pump and dump? This is exciting stuff, man. This is exciting stuff right here. Wow. Look at this. This is so interesting. ICP is ripping. Hang on. I'm getting a call here. Hello?
Hello, sir. Is this Jason Casper?
Yeah, this is Jason Casper.
Oh, is this a big call from the president?
Oh, from Don? Who is that? Yeah, I'll take a call from President Trump.
Okay, stay on the line, please.
Sure. I got a call from the president. Hang on.
Hello, is this Jason?
Yeah, this is Jason. Don, what's going on? My number one ninja. How you doing, Don?
Hello, Jason. It's really good to finally meet you and talk to you over the phone. How's it shaking, bro?
The chickens are doing good, man. I wasn't expecting your call right now, but did you know that Jerome Powell's about to make the interest rate decision?
Jerome Powell, I mean, what a disaster. Weak, very weak. You know, Jason, he came to me shaking like a leaf, sweating like you wouldn't believe. I said, Jerome, I said, you're going to do a much better job. And I said, otherwise you're fired.
You said it said he's got to do a good job or he's fired, but did he talk to you at all about the interest rates?
He did. In fact, I told him, I said, Jerome, you have to make the interest rates a lot better than what you're doing. I said, you're doing a terrible job. You know, I talk nice about this guy, and he doesn't leave. I talk mean about him. He doesn't leave. But frankly, Jason, he was about to cry. People told me, sir, we've never seen him so small and scared. And I said, that's what happens when you meet true power and tremendous strength.
Did he tell you what he was going to do with the Bitcoin price?
He told me that he wants to do something with Bitcoin. He wasn't very specific. Maybe, probably it was going to be big, but I told him, I said, Jerome, you're going to make it bump. You're going to do it. And he said, yes, sir, I'll do it. I don't think he will.
You don't think he will? I mean, do you think it's going to dump?
I think so, Jason. And in fact, you know, I was going to ask you, what were you doing with him in the car the other day? I saw something about that.
Me and Jerome in the car?
You guys were in a car. I said, it's ridiculous.
How do you know about that?
I wouldn't trust him to drive anywhere. He's driving our interest rates into the ground, Jason.
I know. So, so Trump, man, I'm surprised you called. Did you know I'm live right now? Have you been following my YouTube channel? Did you make any money yet? Following my...
You know what, Jason? I follow you a lot. In fact, my son Barron, very tall boy, he's obsessed with you. He's taller than me. Can you believe? He says, Dad, Juicy Jason is the GOAT. And he has posters of you on the wall. And in fact, one of my daughters, very beautiful, very smart. Everybody says so. She's in love with Jason.
Oh, that's great, man.
I said, honey, I walked into her room and I said, honey, that's Kendall King Casper. And she says, Dad, I know I love him.
I'm
got very good taste.
I'm so glad to hear that. But Trump, here's the thing, man. I really need to know, and the viewers, they also want to know, because I know you have some inside info. I know Eric Trump has some inside info, especially when it comes to crypto, and I know you like to rug pull people with Trump coin and all this.
Right.
What is Bitcoin about to do right now? Like, are we about to pump or dump? Like, should I long or short? Now,
well, as I'm looking at it, Jason, it looks like we're in a bear market. Is that true?
In a bear market? I mean, you're the one that has to tell me. You got some inside info over here.
Well, what do you think, Jason? You are it looks like you're the GOAT. Are we in a bear market or a bull market? What do you think?
I think we're in a bull market. I think we're in a bull market still. But what do you think?
Okay, well, I was in fact, I had a couple questions for you about Carl from the moon.
Yeah, Carl, I know him. Carl from the moon. We have a movie coming out.
That's what I heard, and you know, I don't know the name of it yet, but I thought perhaps it could be Jason's tremendous triumph, Carl's tiny disaster, or maybe Amazing Jason Sad Carl, or Casper crushes it, Carl crashes it. I lost a lot of money following Carl until I found you. Frankly, I call him Carl the Balloon. He's not very good. Not very good at all.
Ouch. Oh my goodness. Sheesh.
Poor Carl.
Yeah. Well, you know, I like the guy. I'm not going to talk too bad about Carl from the moon. I'm sorry you lost money following him, man. But hopefully ever since you started following me, you're doing good, man.
Well, frankly, Jason, I got to say it, he's the worst. I call him Crash Landing Carl because, you know, sometimes I call him Carl the Balloon because he's always floating away, never landing. His trades crash harder than CNN's ratings, and I've millions listening to him. But with Jason Casper, billions of dollars. I made a lot of money off of you. I'll tell you what, boy, I really like you, Jason. Oh. You are tremendous. I have to give you that.
Thank you, Donald. I appreciate it, man. You know,
I do have one more thing to ask you while we're on the phone. Do you remember, have you told your followers about the cornfield incident at Mar-a-Lago?
The cornfield incident in Mar-a-Lago. No, I don't like to talk about that. Let's not talk about that, man. Don't talk about that, all right?
I'll tell you what, Jason. Since you did it, I feel like we
No.
should be honest with your viewers and tell them about it, okay?
No, please. No, don't tell them, man.
Am I live right now? Hello?
Yeah, we got 2,000 people in the house.
Oh, wonderful. Jason, I gotta say, you're a candle king, Casper. You're the chart whisperer, but you had a very embarrassing night, and we were at Mar-a-Lago, beautiful place, and we got tremendous cornfields and very classy corn. And Jason, you were wandering.
Wait, don't say it, please.
I gotta tell you this. You were wandering out there, and the Secret Service, they came to me. They said, "Sir," they said, "Juicy Jason is in the corn." I said, "What's he doing in the corn?" And your followers need to hear this. You were frankly rolling around in the corn, hugging the stalks, whispering to them, saying, "Show me the golden pocket. Show me the entry point," and totally bizarre behavior, totally weird. And then you began muttering about your girlfriend, Juanita, right there in the corn. You said, "Juanita,
Oh, no.
You never understood my charts. Juanita, this is the real Fibonacci." Very sad. And you know what? Then you tried to live stream from the cornfield and rolling in the corn, drawing Fibonacci with a corn cob, whispering, "Juanita, this is bullish." And Aaron frankly had to come drag you out, Jason.
Trump, I can't believe you exposed my darkest secret on the internet.
You know what? People do it to me all the time. Get used to it, my friend. Get used to it. It's still better than doing what I do, I say.
Oh my goodness. Well, Trump, I gotta thank you so much for popping on in, and you know, Jerome Powell, he's going to announce the interest rate decision in about 10 minutes. Are you gonna watch? Are you gonna watch?
Frankly, I don't. When that man opens his mouth, I close everything up. He's a disaster.
Well, you don't have to listen to his voice. I'll do the sign language.
That's fine. You know, Jason, he's still better than BitBoy and Carl on their best day. On his worst day, it's pretty bad. We don't like Jerome. We don't like BitBoy. We don't like Carl. We love Jason Casper. You are the chart whisperer, Jason.
Thank you, Trump, man. So, do you have any more insights to tell us before?
Well, as contrary to what you may think, this is definitely a bull market, and just hang in there, and the interest rates will begin to recover slowly. And God bless America, and rest in peace, Bill Robertson.
All right, thank you, Trump. God bless you, man.
God bless America, Jason. Thank you.
Thank you. Take care. Wow, that was strange. That was the weirdest live stream moment I think I've ever had in my life, guys. I was not expecting the President of the United States to pop on in. But make sure to like the video. We got ourselves 1,000 likes within half an hour. So guess what? We're going to be doing a $1,000 giveaway today. We're also going to be giving away $3,000 via KCEX. All right. So shout out to Donald Trump, man. On the one day I don't have any memes or audio synced, he comes on through for me, you know. I know I said I wasn't a Trump fan, but now I'm kind of changing. All right. All right. So look, guys, let's see what happens here. We got ourselves 8 minutes. 7 minutes and 11 seconds here. I'm freaking out a little bit, man. I'm not gonna lie. I'm shaking. I just spoke to the President of the United States. You know, was not expecting that. We're gonna get this interest rate decision. We're gonna see what happens with Bitcoin. We're gonna see what happens with everything else. All right. Let's see. We got a little bit of a blue candle, a little bit of a bounce. So pretty much locally, like obviously when the news comes out, we are going to immediately get a move. All right, we're going to immediately get a move. We got 6 minutes and some left. I'd say right now the move is probably either going to go for the high and we're going to hit 118, or we're going to go for Monday's low down here at around 114. These are the two major areas. We're about to see a massive move throughout all the markets right now. All right, it's about to get absolutely insane and crazy. All right. Shout out to everybody in the chat. We're doing a $1,000 giveaway today for sure, guys. All right. So let's see here. Let's go ahead and post on X. Guys, make sure to follow me on X at Jason_Casper. We're doing a $1,000 giveaway. All right. Retweet this. We're going to get the stream link in here as well. While we wait for JP's announcement. Man, we're giving away a lot of money today, guys. We're giving away $4,000 today. You know? Let's see what happens, guys. We got 6 minutes. We got to give a major shout out to everybody in the chat. Shout out to Crazy Waffles. Shout out to Daryl. Shout out to R Pink. Shout out, he says, Jesus said, do not be afraid. We always dump regardless if they cut rates or not. Look, we have not had a rate cut, I think, since 2021. All right. Let's watch the 10-second chart and chill. We will be watching some intense charts here, my man. All right. Make sure to smash the likes, guys. We got 2,000 people, 1,200 likes. Shout out to K31. I know, right? There's some crazy tension here. Trump is the goat poop. That's funny. Stephen Dupe loves Trump. Donald Trump is a retarded gay. LOL, says Jeremy Comfort. Shout out to Watch Before You Buy. Top finds reviews. Am I in any positions? Yeah, don't you see the position right up here? I've got myself some positions, man. Let's see here. Yeah, I've got myself a few positions open, actually. A few positions open, as you can see. Shout out to All-Star Auto Group for the super chat. Inverted head and shoulders on Market Cypher B on the 15-minute. Pump City, baby. We're going straight to Pump City. Let's see what else we got here. Let's see what else we got here. Yeah. Let's see if we go straight to Pump City on that one. Do we have an inverted? Let's check out the 15-minute. Amut says, I am long. Shout out to Trump. Here we go. All right, let's check out the 15-minute. Yeah, money flow doesn't look so great on the 15-minute, does it? Money flow does not look so great on the 15. All right, guys, we got 2 minutes and 55 seconds left, and the suspense is literally killing me, man. Shout out to Jay Wheels. He says, let's go. Golden Bitcoin, show me the way to 6 Juanita. Shout out to Crypto Coons. God bless you, man. Holding it down with the wrench. They cut 50 BPS before the election last year. Did they? I guess I don't remember that, but that's nuts. Shows you how long my memory is. All right, we are getting a little bit of a pre-interest rate pump here, guys. A little bit of a PRP. All right, not to be confused with TRT. Little green dot on the 1 hour here. Let's see if we can't shoot for our Target at 118,000 smackerels. Oh my goodness. We got ourselves 3 minutes. Insane Vala coming, yeah. 100x long now, obviously. Guys, in all seriousness, please, if you're not already in a position, please be careful. I'm in a position right now, up $25,000, give or take. I'm in another position, up about another 6K, 8K. Let's see. Yeah, I'm up in another position here. I'm in a few positions over here. We got a few. We got a few open orders, open positions here. You can see I've realized about $10,000, unrealized about $23,000 right now. And we are looking towards this news Oh my goodness. I'm freaking out. We got ourselves 1 minute. Let's see what happens here. All right, here we go. Guys, here we go. Here we go. The euphoria is kicking in. 30 seconds. 28, 27. The euphoria is kicking in. Man, this is wild. This is nuts. Happy New Year, guys. Shout out to J-Boy Bullish. God bless you, bro. Whoa. Looks like we're getting a little bit of a dumperoni and queso. Come on, we're losing the green dot on the 1 hour. Oh no! Oh no! Oh no! Pending! Come on! Refresh, refresh, refresh! Pending! Pending! Oh, 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 oh! We're coming back, baby! We got the big juicy blue! Come on, Bitcoin! What's she gonna do? Let's see. We're getting the volatility coming on in. Whew. It's pending still. Come on. Are you serious? All right. Exactly as predicted. 25% beats per second cut. 25% beats per second rate cut. We're getting a little bit of a juicy blue here on the 1 minute. Look at the 1 minute. Look at the 5 second time frame on Bitcoin. Absolutely ripping right now. Look at Ethereum. What is even happening with Ethereum right now? Look at this, is crazy. Let's check out the stock market right now. Stock market, big pump and now consolidation. What is going to happen? Oh my goodness. We got a big purple, now a big blue. Now we're getting some purple coming back in. Bitcoin can't determine what she's going to do here. Let's check out the order flow chart on Market Monkey. We are currently rejecting from the VWAP here. We hit VWAP and people are shorting VWAP, it looks like. Let's see, look at this. Let's zoom in how many trades are actually opening up. We have like a decrease of open interest. We have significantly low volume given the news event here. But that rejection from VWAP so far, oof. Look at that, we tapped the VWAP. The bulls are trying to make a fight for it here. We've got ourselves some negative delta on us. Pretty much a doji of open interest, so people don't know what they're doing. This is flop and grope city to the extreme right now. Flop and grope city to the utmost. Here we go, come on big juicy blue. We want to see Bitcoin reclaim the VWAP right now. That's what we want to see. We want to see continued upward movement here. Go to our 12 minute. Look at this double rejection here from the VWAP. Put on the VWAP. If we reclaim that VWAP, guys, that could open up the door for some pumpage. Or as we say in French, pompage. Some serious pompage right now. Guys, make sure to smash the likes. We got almost 3,000 people in the house as we are long on Bitcoin in a $500,000 position, up over $20,000. I'm bearish, I'm bullish, I'm bearish, I'm bullish. Long, short, long, short, long, short. Let's reclaim this VWAP, guys. We have a little bit of some uneven butt cheek here on Market Cypher B on the 24 minute. We take a look at Market Cypher B on the 24 minute. What do we see when we take a look at Market Cypher B?
Let's look at Market Cypher B. Do we have any butt cheeks? Oh, yeah, we have billions and billions of butt cheeks. This is going to be huge.
Looks like it's going to be huge, guys. You heard it from the man himself. Fed confirms 2 more rate cuts this year, says Jerome. FOMC had tune in what's up, bro. Yes. And in about half an hour, 27 minutes, we are going to see what Jerome Powell has to say. Now, let's zoom out here, okay? Because look, this is not much volatility yet, but it's definitely coming, man, especially during that press conference. So let's not lose sight of the higher term time frames right now. All right, we have ourselves right now the macro range with our most important levels on the chart. Most important resistance is going to be 118,000. It's the point of control of the range. Confluence with the Fibonacci golden pocket. Most important support right now is $113,000. $113,000. Let's say we get a move down tonight or for the rest of the week. This is going to be, if we take a look at what this would actually look like, this would be a support. A support. Not only the support, but this is also our resistance. It's like a zone going back to around here, May 25th. And not only that, but this is the value area low. So we've come back inside. Probabilities are still highest that we come up to around 120. So coming down to 113, that would be a bullish back test. Something that we do need to be aware of. Those are our two most important levels right now. For me right now, pretty much nothing matters on Bitcoin until we come to one of those two levels. All right, let's check out what's happening now. We're going to go down to a lower time frame. Bitcoin getting a little bit of a move to the upside. We're currently sitting at about 116,125. All right, let's zoom in here. We'll go back to our 6 minute. The 6 minute really trying to give us a push up here on this candle, and I do think once that press conference starts, we're going to see a lot more action. All right. Do you have to KYC to win on KCEX? I don't think so. All right, I don't think so. Let's check out gold right now. Gold is doing something crazy, I hear. Wow. Oh my goodness. Look at that massive swing failure pattern on gold. Gold just took that Monday low. Was that Monday? No, that was today's low. Gold took the daily low with a big wick. Man, who got into a long on gold? Gold has been absolutely insane trading lately. Look at this. All right, gold is going for this high here. Gold is going for 3,700 right now. Man, I wish we had gotten a move like that on Bitcoin. This is a Bitcoin type move right here on gold. This is crazy. Wow. Let's go to the 1 hour. What a wick on gold. That is crazy. That is crazy. NQ. Dollar dumping, man. You know, bad news for the dollar. Interest rates go down, bad for the dollar. Stock market pumping. Look at S&P 500 right now. Pumping like crazy, man. Everything is pretty much pumping right now, except for Bitcoin, it seems. You know, Bitcoin and ETH kind of taking it slow. But again, if we can reclaim the VWAP, and right now the VWAP is sitting at 116.3, that opens up the door for much more upside. Okay, wow, here we go. Here we go. We finally got some buyers starting to come in here on our 5-minute chart. Finally, we're seeing an increase of open interest here. We saw some shorts open at the lows. We saw some longs open at the highs. In general, look at this candle right here, 924 million volume, but it's about 50-50 longs and shorts. Isn't that crazy? Almost $1 billion traded Bitcoin in 5 minutes, and it's pretty much equal longs and shorts. As you can see, the delta is only 151,000, meaning out of 900 million, there's only 150,000 more longs and shorts. And now we're seeing a more increase of open interest, and we're starting to see 22 million shorts opening here. We're starting to see the bears try and fight back after smacking into the VWAP. All right, VWAP is a toughie. She's a tough cookie to get through. We're seeing that purple candle. Again, we're chopping around here, but we're waiting for the press conference where we have pretty much 114,000 as a key support, 118,000 as a key resistance, and then of course 113,000 as a super key resistance here. I really do want to see a reclaim of the VWAP coming in right now for more upside on Bitcoin. That's really what I do want to see. I would love to see that. Crypto builders just shorted QQQ and Palantir, already up. Bye-bye gravity. All right. Let's see what's going to happen here, guys. A failure to reclaim the VWAP is not a good thing. We want to see a reclaim of the VWAP. Let's go to our 4 hour. It's not looking the best, honestly. We have a bearish divergence at this high. Let's go to the 1 hour. The 1 hour is the only thing that's given us a little bit of hope here with a hidden bullish divergence. And our 24-minute has confirmed a little bit of a bullish divergence here locally, guys. All right, the 24-minute could be that thing that gives us the push. All right, we need to come above that VWAP a little bit here. You know, above the WAP and the price don't stop. That's a little slogan I used to say back in the day. Come above the WAP and the price don't stop. 25 beats per second. Yeah, we got the 25 beats per second cut. All right. Here's the thing. You got to slow it down by 25 beats per second. Got to slow down that music. Does this mean a Lambo or a Doge Stratus? Definitely I'll go with the Doge Stratus, the Shiba Inu Stratus for sure. Yeah, look at this chop. But look, it's chop now. Wait for the press conference, okay? Look, we're going for that VWAP a second time right now. Let's check back to the order flow and see what's happening. Wow, so we got some negative delta here. We got about 51 million shorts. 51 million shorts right here. Let's see what happens. You know, people are shorting more than longing. The last 15 minutes, we've seen, you know, about 70 million shorts, only about 200,000 longs. It's definitely more shorts than longs down here in these last 3 candles on an increase of open interest. Once we reclaim VWAP, we have a lot of stacked orders here. We don't know if these are long take profits or short orders. Interesting. Yeah, let's see. So right around 118, we've got a few orders. Nothing too much interesting at 118. All right, look at this. 57 million shorts opening on an increase of open interest. We're chopping around. We got 20 minutes. We just closed this candle. $324 million volume in 5 minutes. We've seen over $1 billion go through Bitcoin here in the last 10 minutes, and price has not moved. Isn't that crazy? $1 billion in the asset. This is aggregated futures. So across all futures exchanges, we've seen $1 billion. 1 billion people with $1 positions opening up. Or maybe one person with $1 billion position opening up here. We don't know. But either way, it's pretty much a fight right now. This is Chop City on high volume. A high volume chop. Very rare actually to see a high volume chop. Usually we see a low volume chop coming on in. Buyers on the order book suddenly coming in aggressively. Says preparing for war. Gold, 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 gold. Have I hung out with the Bitcoin lifer? You mean crypto lifer? You mean Sam? No, I don't go to conferences. You know, I don't care. I don't care enough to go to conferences. I just said it. People are gonna hate me for it, and I don't give a crap. I don't care about the conference. I don't care about crypto. I don't care about networking. I don't care at all. I do not care at all. I want to stay home and relax. That's why I got into trading in crypto in the first place. And that's why I go to a conference. I did it so that I could not have a job and stay home. All right? Yeah, I don't care about a conference. I'm never going to go. Never. Never going to go to a conference. Never. But hopefully someday I do hang out with Crypto Lifer. Right? Seems like a really cool guy. I'm sure I will. I'm sure I will. Here's ETH, guys. Let's check out Solana. Solana above VWAP. Chainlink. Getting a little move here above. Everything's kind of chopping around to VWAP. XRP holding above VWAP. We do have some wiki candles here. Wiki candles. Yeah, all I care about is my treadmill, man. The old guy told you to get into gold a year ago. Do the fundamentals follow the technicals? For the most part, the fundamentals do follow the technicals in my experience, alright? I'm purely a technical trader. So, gold is the canary in the coal mine. I would agree with that. Oh, I told you gold was going to go for the highs, man. Did I not say that? Gold, there we go. Went for the highs. Swing failure pattern of the highs now. Swing failure of the low, swing failure of the high. Man, gold is acting like Bitcoin. And gold is a bit of a canary in a coal mine. Would you look at that? Is gold actually going to give us the short signal here? Is gold giving us the short signal? Look at this. Is gold giving the signal? Let's see what the stock market's doing right now. Look at that. Look at gold. Went for the high, man. That's a Bitcoin move right there. Gold just did a Bitcoin move. Gold just did a complete Bitcoin move there. And Bitcoin did not do a Bitcoin move. Sheesh. All right. Let's wait for this press conference, man. Let's see. I hope I don't lose. Look, I'm up $20,000 right now. I'm up 20 grand. Am I going to lose it? That's the question. Am I going to lose my 20 grand? Oh, man. Bullish on coal, for real, for real. Yeah. Man, I was hoping we would get at least a pump up to 118 before sell the news happens. I think we can get that pump. Let's see what happens when Jerome starts talking. But so far, this is not looking great, man. This is not looking great. We tried for a while to come above the VWAP, and we failed. F-I-L-T. We failed. We failed. All right, let's see. Let's wait. Let's be patient here. Let's be patient here. All right, I'm not in a rush to short Bitcoin. I need to wait for a valid setup here. Will we ever see Bitcoin under 100K? In my opinion, 100% we will see Bitcoin under $100,000. Why are my profits not moving? Is this just a fake picture? Yeah, it's all fake because I'm just a YouTuber. We don't actually trade. We just fake everything. Actually, are they moving? Huh. That's weird. Wait a second. Is the price moving, or is my exchange glitching out? Is KCEX glitched? Hang on. No, it's not glitched. It's moving. Wait a second. Yeah, it's moving. There you go. Yeah, it's moving. There you go. Look, I just lost $2,000, give or take. Yeah, we're moving. Yeah, no, we're good. We're good, we're good, we're good. Man, should I close it? What do you guys think? Should I close the long? I mean, I'm starting to freak out. I'm starting to freak out. Let me know if I should close the trade. Man, we are losing money. We are just losing money like crazy. We're down over $2,500 right now. Close and take the money. All right, let's zoom back in here. See what's happening. Okay, look at this. Guys, I have to be honest. I do have to be honest. 6-minute time frame. 3-minute time frame. POC of the range. Got some bullish divergences down here. I'm not gonna lie. This actually looks pretty bullish to me right here. This actually looks pretty good to me right here. If we can hold this POC, that actually looks pretty good to me right here. We've got about 14 minutes until JP comes out the closet flapping the gums. All right. Chris Bernard says it will bounce. This looks pretty kind of bullish to me right here. This looks pretty kind of bullish to me. Pretty kind of bullish. We're getting wrecked together. Take 50% off the table. Nobody went broke taking profits. Don't be a wuss and just hodl it. We about to pump, baby. Powell gonna push us to the top of the range. That's what I hope is gonna happen, Brett. I'm hoping for us to go to the top of the range, baby. We're starting to get some bullish divergences coming on in. Here we go. Come on, Bitcoin. Come on. I wish I could sing the pump song right now. I wish I could sing the pump song right now. But the audio's off sync. Doesn't that suck? Bro talking about John Pork. Who's John Pork? Oh, you mean John Powell? John Powell coming out with the scowl. 50 BPS. Here we go, baby. We're starting to get a little blue pump. Wait for the speech. I know, that's what I'm trying to do. I'm trying to wait for the speech, baby. I'm trying to wait for the speech, but this does look pretty nice right now. I have to be honest, the 3-minute looks good. The 6-minute looks good. The 12-minute, the 24-minute. It's tough, man. It's tough. It's tough. Honestly, the higher time frame we go, the worse it looks, honestly. Anything above the 12-minute looks pretty bad, to be honest. But let's kind of wait and see how this goes here. Our 6-minute time frame. The money flow's creeping up. You know, let's see. Look, we got 10 minutes, 12 minutes until JP. 10 minutes until JP. All right. Guys, while we are waiting for Jerome Powell, let's do a $1,000 giveaway. All right, let's do a $1,000 giveaway. All right. What I need everybody to do right now is go into the YouTube chat and spam your USDT address. All right, go into the YouTube chat and spam your USD Tether address. All right, spam it. Spam your USD Tether address. in the chat, all right? Spam it in the chat. 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 All right? Spam it in the chat. Spam your USDT address in the chat, okay? What we're going to do is we're going to count down from 10. I'm going to take a screenshot, and whoever's hovered on my mouse, I will send 1,000 USDT, all right? Spam it! Spam it, baby! Spam it in the chat. Spam it in the chat. All right, here we go. 10, 9, 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. All right, let's see who it was. It was Raggy Az. Shout out to Raggy Az. Shout out to Raggy Az. Where's Raggy Az? Raggy Az, right here. Congratulations, Raggy Az. You might have a Raggy Az, but you're about to be $1,000 richer. All right, yo ass ain't gonna be so raggy after this. All right, yo ass ain't gonna be so raggy after this. All right, congratulations. Honestly, now look, the giveaways aren't over yet, guys. The giveaways are not over yet because remember, we are giving away also. We are also giving away. We are also giving away. What is this? We are also giving away $3,000 courtesy of KCEX. All right, courtesy of KCEX. All you need to do is sign up to KCEX using the link in the pinned chat. All right, in the pinned chat. That's all you got to do. Sign up using the link in the pinned chat, and you're able to win $1,000. I'm sorry, we're gonna give away $3,000 right now, courtesy of KCEX. All right. So let's see what we can do. All right, what I want you guys to do is sign up to KCEX using my link, and then I want you to spam the chat with your user ID. All right, I want you to spam the chat with your user ID. All right? Spam the chat with your user ID from KCEX. And what we're going to do is we're going to count down from 10, and then we're going to get, you know what? We'll do 10 winners, each get $300. How about that? 10 winners, $300. So we're going to count down from 10. Whoever's highlighted on my mouse is our first winner. And then the next 9 people also win. All right? So, you guys ready? 10, 9, 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. All right. So our first winner, let's see, we're going to go in order here, is, sorry, Jason 5. You don't count. So our first winner is Pierre Rogmans. All right. So he's our first winner. And then, yeah, we'll do the 10 after him. All right. So let's see. Pierre Rogmans. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. That's 6. Oh, crap. I lost him. Here we go. There he is, Pierre Rogmans. Crap. I lost it. I think it's gone. Ah, man. I see you, Pierre. I see you, but we're gonna have to do it again. Pierre's definitely a winner. Pierre, you're definitely a winner. Shout out to HFG in the chat. God bless you, man. It's good to see you. All right, Pierre. All right, I got you, Pierre Rogmans. I got you. We're gonna have to do another countdown, all right? All right, here we go. Spam the chat with your UID. All right, 10, 9, 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. All right, let's see who it is now. It is the Crypto Killers. All right, the Crypto Killers. Wow. There's too many people in the chat. This might be impossible. This might be impossible. No, it's not impossible. I got you. I got you. All right, we got him. We got him. Okay. Whew. Man, that was a close one. All right. So our winners are, shout out to the Rogmans, Crypto Killers, Robert Grayska, A.S. Herr, Mel B, Engineering for Today and the Future. Didn't send an ID. Okay. Benja, Spectral Dragon, Craig, and Mackie Bells. All right, we will get you guys your prizes ASAP. All right. Congratulations, guys. Crypto Killers, Robert, A.S. Herr, Mel B. That's 2, 3, 4, 5. Benja is 6. Spectral Dragon is 7. Craig is 8. Mackie Bells is 9. And Rick Ragnar is 10. Congratulations, guys. You are the winners. You are the winners. All right, let's check out Bitcoin. All right, man, we are trying to get that pump here. Potentially printing a bullish div. Potentially printing a bullish div here. Alrighty. Well, guys, I'm going to pee, and I'm going to be back in 3 minutes to watch Jerome Powell. All right? All right, y'all, we are back, baby. And Bitcoin's trying to pump. Nice, 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 nice. Let's check out gold real quick here. Let's check out gold. XAU. Wow, look at that, man. Gold swing failure, the low, swing failure, the high. The chicken's drinking water, baby. Wonder how many steps I've walked so far during this live stream. Not too many, to be honest with you. All right, well. Wait, let me check that again. And not too many. All right, let's see if we can't get Jerome Powell tuning on in here. All right, it's about time for the press conference. This always gets me a copyright here. Not like it matters. It's not like I make money on YouTube. All right. As we await for the press conference to start, make sure to smash up the likes. Congratulations to our winners. We have given away $4,000 today. You will receive your prizes after the stream. All right. All right, gold is starting to take a little bit of a tumble here.
Lower labor force participation. Even so, labor demand has softened, and the recent pace of job creation appears to be running below the break-even rate needed to hold the unemployment rate constant. In addition, wage growth has continued to moderate while still outpacing inflation. Overall, the marked slowing in both the supply of and demand for workers is unusual. In this less dynamic and somewhat softer labor market, the downside risks to employment appear to have risen. In our SEP, the median projection for the unemployment rate is 4.5% at the end of this year and edges down thereafter. Inflation has eased significantly from its highs in mid-2022, but remains somewhat elevated relative to our 2% longer-run goal. Estimates based on the Consumer Price Index and other data indicate that total PCE prices rose 2.7% over the 12 months ending in August, and that, excluding the volatile food and energy categories, core PCE prices rose 2.9%. These readings are higher than earlier in the year as inflation for goods has picked up. In contrast, disinflation appears to be continuing for services. Near-term measures of inflation expectations have moved up, on balance, over the course of this year on news about tariffs, as reflected in both market and survey-based measures. Beyond the next year or so, however, most measures of longer-term expectations remain consistent with our 2% inflation goal. The median projection in the SEP for total PCE inflation is 3.0% this year and falls to 2.6% in 2026 and to 2.1% in 2027. Our monetary policy actions are guided by our dual mandate to promote maximum employment and stable prices for the American people. At today's meeting, the committee decided to lower the target range for the federal funds rate by a quarter percentage point to 4 to 4.25%, and to continue reducing the size of our balance sheet. Changes to government policies continue to evolve, and their effects on the economy remain uncertain. Higher tariffs have begun to push up prices in some categories of goods, but their overall effects on economic activity and inflation remain to be seen. A reasonable base case is that the effects on inflation will be relatively short-lived, a one-time shift in the price level. But it is also possible that the inflationary effects could instead be more persistent, and that is a risk to be assessed and managed. Our obligation is to ensure that a one-time increase in the price level does not become an ongoing inflation problem. In the near term, risks to inflation are tilted to the upside and risks to employment to the downside, a challenging situation. When our goals are in tension like this, our framework calls for us to balance both sides of our dual mandate. With downside risks to employment having increased, the balance of risks has shifted. Accordingly, we judged it appropriate at this meeting to take another step toward a more neutral policy stance. With today's decision, we remain well positioned to respond in a timely way to potential economic developments. We will continue to determine the appropriate stance of monetary policy based on the incoming data, the evolving outlook, and the balance of risks. In our SEP, FOMC participants wrote down their individual assessments of an appropriate path for the federal funds rate, based on what each participant judges to be the most likely scenario for the economy. The median participant projects that the appropriate level of the federal funds rate will be 3.6% at the end of this year, 3.4% at the end of 2026, and 3.1% at the end of 2027. This path is 1/4 percentage point lower than projected in June. As is always the case, these individual forecasts are subject to uncertainty, and they're not a committee plan or decision. Policy is not on a preset course. The Fed has been assigned two goals for monetary policy: maximum employment and stable prices. We remain committed to supporting maximum employment, bringing inflation sustainably to our 2% goal, and keeping longer-term inflation expectations well anchored. Our success in delivering on these goals matters to all Americans. We understand that our actions affect communities, families, and businesses across the country. Everything we do is in service to our public mission, and we at the Fed will do everything we can to achieve our maximum employment and price stability goals. Thank you. I look forward to our discussion.
Great. Thank you. Chris Rugaber at Associated Press. As you know, Fed Governor Stephen Miron has kept his position at the White House, even as he's joined the Fed board. This is the first time, I believe, the Fed's board has had someone with executive branch ties in decades. Does this compromise the Fed's independence from day-to-day politics? And relatedly, how can you maintain the public's perception the Fed is politically independent with this dynamic? Thank you.
So we did welcome a new committee member today, as we always do, and the committee remains united in pursuing our dual mandate goals. We're strongly committed to maintaining our independence, and beyond that, I really don't have anything to share.
Okay, and then just as a quick follow-up, I'm sorry, can you and other Fed officials have spoken extensively about the impact of tariffs on inflation, although perhaps with many companies appearing to eat the tariffs, tariffs may be impacting the labor market and other parts of the economy instead. Do you see that as a possible outcome here, that tariffs are the reason we're seeing some slowing, particularly in the labor market, rather than in inflation? Thank you.
You know, it's certainly possible. You know, we're beginning to see, we have begun to see goods prices showing through into higher inflation, and actually the increase in goods prices accounts for most of the increase in inflation, or perhaps all of the increase in inflation over the course of this year. Those are not very large effects at this point, and we do expect them to continue to build over the course of the rest of the year and into next year. And it's also possible that there may be effects on employment, but that I would say if you're looking at why employment is doing what it's doing, that's much more about the change in immigration. So the supply of workers has obviously come way down. There's very little growth, if any, in the supply of workers. And at the same time, demand for workers has also come down quite sharply, and to the point where we see what I've called a curious balance. It's, typically when we say things are in balance, that sounds good, but in this case, the balance is because both supply and demand have come down quite sharply. Now demand coming down a little more sharply because we now see the unemployment rate edging up.
Nick Timmeros of the Wall Street Journal. Chair Powell, do economic conditions and the balance of risks no longer warrant a restrictive policy setting?
So I don't think we can say that. What we can say is this, that over the course of this year, we've kept our policy at a restrictive level, and people have different views, but a clearly restrictive level, I would say. So, and we were able to do that over the course of this year because the labor market was in very solid condition with strong job creation and all those things. I think if you go back to April and now look at the revised job creation numbers for May, June, July, and August, I can no longer say that. So what that means is that the risks were clearly tilted toward inflation. I would say they're moving toward equality. Maybe they're not quite out of equality. We don't need to know that. But we do know that they've moved meaningfully toward greater equality, the risks between the two goals, and that suggests that we should be moving in the direction of neutral, and that's what we did today.
Under what circumstances would a larger than 25 basis points rate cut be warranted, and how seriously was that option entertained at your meeting this week?
There wasn't widespread support at all for a 50 basis point cut today. I think we've done very large rate hikes and very large rate cuts in the last 5 years, and you tend to do those at a time when we feel that policy is a place and needs to move quickly to a place. That's not at all fate, and see.
Oh no, Jerome! What is going on?
In place. I guess I'm just, trying to square the shift in the rate forecast in the SEP towards more cuts than just 3 months ago, with the fact that the forecast for unemployment didn't change. In place. I guess I'm just, trying to square the shift in the rate forecast in the SEP towards more cuts than just 3 months ago, with the fact that the forecast for unemployment didn't change.
Yeah, I think you could think of this in a way as a risk management cut, because if you look at the SEP.
Man, we got some issues, man. We got some issues. We need a tissue. We got an issue.
Actually, the projections for growth next actually ticked up just a
All right, I'm not sure what's going on. I don't know if it's just me or if it's everybody.
Towards more cuts than just 3 months ago, with the fact that the forecast for unemployment didn't change.
Yeah, I think you could think of this in a way as a risk management cut, because if you look at the SEP, actually, the projections for growth next actually ticked up just a
All right. Well, I don't know what to do, but look, I'll be honest. I'm a crypto YouTuber, and the price is going down. And so we signed a contract which says if the price goes down when you're live, you need to end the stream immediately.